Hi everyone, welcome to TOPflight. This is Raquel and we're coming to you from the beach. In today's video, we are going to be talking about what is our most memorable anniversary getaway and why. So stay tuned.
All right, you had a question for me.
All right, so hi everyone, welcome back to TOPflight.
Do you know what today is?
It's our anniversary.
Say it.
Anniversary. It's our anniversary. It's our anniversary. All right. So today is actually our anniversary. Woo, my umbrella almost
And
took
welcome
off.
back to TOPflight.
And welcome back to TOPflight TV. This is Raquel, and today we have Mr. Special himself, Jermaine. So we're both here together today. We're excited to be here and to share with you because, of course, like we said, it's our anniversary. Today we're actually at the beach. We already did our anniversary getaway and celebration. Now we're back home and we're with the children, and so this is our time that we actually spend with them. So they're actually in the water and we're here because I had a very special, I have a question for Jermaine. And the question is, of all of our anniversary getaways, which one is the most memorable and why?
Wow. So I already knew that this is a question we were going to be speaking on. And as I sit here right now, hearing you ask a question and thinking about it,
A little cutesy.
what I thought I was going to say is all upside down now. I'm sitting here thinking about it. How do I quantify?
Okay, first of all, what are some of the places that we've been for the last what, 4 years? 3 years we have been doing our anniversary getaways because now our children are older. They're a little bit more self-sufficient. We can actually leave the country and they can actually take care of themselves, or we can leave them with our friends or our family members and we won't have to worry about if they were going to be okay. So because of that fact, we decided that we wanted to start celebrating our anniversaries by getting away. We know of all the benefits of, in our other video that we did, Stay Married. We went on our cruise and we spoke about the importance of having an anniversary getaway. And so we've been on quite a few of them. What are some of the ones that we've been on?
Okay, so let me see. In the last, I'd say 5 or 6 years or so, we've done Puerto Rico, we've done Bahamas, we've done...
Well, the Bahamas was a cruise to the Bahamas, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Cruise. You get off the cruise ship and you go on the island and you explore. So yeah, the Bahamas slash cruise, if you want to call it that. Then we've also done Mexico. What else?
Mexico was so good that we had to take the kids back the second time.
Right.
But we did Mexico, Puerto Rico, the cruise to the Bahamas. There was one year when we actually even did South Beach, remember?
Okay, yeah, we
When
did.
Brazil won the World Cup.
Yeah, so we've been getting away for our anniversaries for a long time now. As you guys may already know, we're gonna, if not, we will mention it again. We're celebrating our 19-year anniversary. 19. So we've always we like to get out, get about. We like to travel, explore. So we've always been doing that, but we're more intentional about doing that now, as my beautiful Queen Empress Raquel just stated. That the kids are older now, and so they're self-sufficient. We got an adult child.
we have an adult child. Like,
bruh. And I got carded yesterday
you got carded. We were actually
in Georgia, in the mountains. So all right, then. So your boy's still looking good and young. Then all right, good. Yeah.
Yeah, he got carded at the restaurant. So answer the question. So which was our most memorable anniversary getaway, and why?
Ah, man. You know, initially I was gonna say Mexico, and I still love Mexico. Mexico is beautiful. Always been good to us. Like I said, so good that we brought the kids back there and did a family vacation there also after we experienced it on our own by ourselves, right?
Right.
Now that whoa, I thought that was gonna be an easy slam dunk for Mexico, but now that I'm thinking about it, I really dug Puerto Rico also.
Puerto Rico is very fun.
Yeah, so I don't even know how to answer that. Like, what aspect of it? Like,
well, for Puerto Rico, we did so many
history,
things.
more romantic wise. You know, when you say most memorable,
I'm
in
talking
what
about
aspect?
overall, like adventure, because you know we're adventurous.
Right.
Adventure, culture, people, the food.
Right.
Definitely the food. I'm big on when we travel, trying the local foods.
Right.
And just the folks.
All right. So there's a tie for me.
There can't be a tie.
There cannot be a tie.
You have to choose one.
Okay, I'll say Mexico.
Mexico. Okay.
Right.
Why?
The reason being is because I'm a history buff, right? And I like philosophy, I like history, I like spirituality, stuff like that. And so the reason why Mexico was a good favorite one for me is because we actually were able to go and check out a lot of the history, the Mayan history, the way that culture lived, some of their practices, and of course the Mayan ruins, the pyramid, the temple in Chichen Itza. I mean, just packed. Tulum also, yeah.
Tulum was very nice.
Tulum had ruins, but they didn't have. But the highlight was definitely Chichen Itza. This is in the interior, in the jungle. We actually ventured out on our own on that trek.
We went through the jungle. It was pretty interesting.
Yeah, pretty interesting. And no, the cartels didn't get us. We're still here. And family members were like, "What are you doing, Mexico?"
Yeah.
And Mexico is kind of quiet now compared to even back then a few years ago.
Yeah.
But as we travel, we find that people are people anywhere you go. We're originally Jamaicans, and there are places in Jamaica that we wouldn't recommend you go by yourself. So as long as you're mindful of these things, regardless of where you are, there are places in Florida that I won't go hang out at.
That's true. It's all about your mindset as well. It's definitely
and how you interact with people.
How you interact with people. You have to have the right energy.
And the spirit and the energy that you go with. Right,
exactly. You do.
So definitely I'd say Mexico. I loved it. It was awesome.
Yeah, we did a lot.
It was rich.
Did that,
the food.
What was the name of that theme park that we went to?
Xcaret.
Xcaret.
It was awesome. So yeah, definitely
and
Mexico
also,
for me.
We never did thingy on the first time. What do you call it? The cenotes.
Right, we didn't do cenotes when we were there. We went by them, but we didn't go swimming in them or anything like that, as we did this last time with the kids.
Right.
All right, so how about you?
Oh, let me just piggyback off of you first. Where Mexico is concerned, so your favorite anniversary getaway was Mexico.
Viva Mexico!
So his favorite was Mexico, but there was one highlight in Mexico that I thought was very, very romantic. We actually, where did we stay? We stayed in a little town, Puerto Morelos. Puerto Morelos?
Yes, Puerto Morelos.
You have to roll your tongue.
And that's
you
about
have to roll your tongue.
Puerto Morelos.
No, Puerto. I hope we got that right. For all our Spanish, friends out there, Puerto Morelos. Is that how you say it? But anyway,
don't beat us up, Miss Santes.
We stayed in a little town called Puerto Morelos, and the beauty about our anniversary getaways is that we don't know these places, and each time we choose a place, it always meets everything that we anticipate on going into our vacation. We stayed in a little town, and I remember we went walking, and there was a guy or a gentleman, and he had a little restaurant at the side of the road, and he just started talking to us in Spanish. trying to tell us to come on in, come on in. And while he's trying to get us to motioning to us to come in, he started spreading the table. It was a table for two. He made it so romantic. And he told us he was gonna make fish for us.
Right.
And
Special
he said,
dinner.
with love.
Yeah.
With fish. And he was like, fish with love. And so he spread the table and he made it within maybe about a few minutes.
Yeah.
And then it's the best fish I've ever had. It really was so delicious and romantic.
Yeah.
It really was. It really was. So that was the highlight for Mexico. Mexico was beautiful. We went to see.
So was that your favorite also?
No, it's not.
Okay.
But you just never elaborated on Mexico, okay?
So in Mexico, we did Puerto Morelos, which is about 45 miles south of Cancun. We flew into Cancun, which is a popular tourist destination and spring break destination, right? And so we flew into there, but we like more of the quiet. We're not into the crowd so much,
Yeah,
and you know,
we like to go where the locals are.
we
Really.
just like wherever we go, we just like to get into the culture and where the locals hang out, like
Where
you
the
said,
locals
right?
hang out,
And
yeah.
what's happening in the fabric of the society.
Was it in Mexico you got pulled over?
Oh yeah.
He got pulled over in Mexico. Is it the Federales?
and I got
He got a breathalyzer
I
test.
got a yeah.
Show them
I got a
the
breathalyzer
breathalyzer test.
Okay.
So he went right to what happened?
we're in we stayed in Puerto Morelos, and then what you call it, Playa del Carmen.
Playa del Carmen.
It's just south of Puerto Morelos, and it's also a popular spring breaker town, right? And so where we were there, we drove. You know, I rented a car. We rented a car, and so we were going all over the place. So we hopped over from Puerto Morelos to Playa del Carmen. We're at Playa del Carmen chilling for a long while. We're on the beach. There's spring breakers. I mean, there's party going on like crazy, man. Right? And so we're getting ready to leave. I'm driving out of this town now, right? And I'm good because I'm checking out my stop signs and lights, making sure I'm good. So I thought, the next thing I know, some motorcycle cops, two, pulled me over, and they came, and obviously, you know, the language barrier. They're trying to talk to me about, trying to explain to me that I ran a stop sign.
You ran the stoplight.
Did I run it?
Yeah, you did. He went right through it.
You saw it?
I shouldn't probably say that on camera, but
Did you see it?
It wasn't visible. That's the thing. It was there.
You never told me that.
Yeah, babe. Yes.
It was there?
It was there, but it was so hidden. It just looked like you just need to yield. You just need to be cautious going through that intersection.
So what if I say it wasn't there, I didn't see it. Anyways, while they're there, they're asking me, you know, did you have anything to drink? Right? No, I didn't have anything to drink. I'm good. Okay, let's find out. And he's signaling to me. The officer cups his hand and is signaling for me to breathe or blow my breath into his cupped hand. He cups his hand, signals for me to breathe into his hand. I blow my breath into his hand, and he takes a whiff or two of it.
And that was the strangest thing for us, because
Real?
here in the States, we know how we do breathalyzer tests. So for him to cup the hand and I'm like, what is he doing? But there's one thing that he said. He said that he would, it's either we pay
Right.
or we had to go down to Cancun,
To la
to the
estación.
station, to
Right.
la estación.
Yeah.
And I said to Jermaine, because whenever we're traveling to any foreign country, one of the things that I always do is I always do research, because sometimes there are laws and something that you have to abide by while you're there as a tourist or as a visitor. And one of the things that I had read before we went there was never take a bribe from the police officer.
And I'm glad you did, because I didn't. And to avoid the hassle, I was seriously thinking about just like
Yeah.
slipping this dude something to just like,
to just quiet him down. But
Yeah,
I told
and just-
him
and just let
when
it go.
he said to me, "Let's pay them, let's give them something,"
Right.
I said no. I said we're going to the station because I remember that I read that you don't do that in Mexico. You could get locked up
For
abroad,
bribery.
locked up abroad
Right.
for bribing a police officer. So I just turned to the officers and said, "It's okay. Give us the license and we'll go down to the station
station.
in Cancun." And you know what? They reconsidered and they actually gave him back his
Gave him back the license and send us on our
Sent us
merry way.
on our
So
way.
that was
So that was his highlight. Was Mexico. I loved it too. I tell
okay.
you.
That was my
My favorite.
You
My
keep
favorite.
it up.
My favorite. My absolute favorite was Puerto Rico. I'm sorry, honey. Puerto Rico was.
Why you sorry?
Yeah, because Mexico was great,
That's why I asked you if I could have a tie. You know, but anyhow, go ahead.
but Puerto Rico was so good. One of my favorite highlight of Puerto Rico was hiking.
I know I haven't Puerto Rico. So. Okay, yes.
I don't listen to him. My favorite highlight was hiking El Yunque. I hope I said that right. But for my Puerto Ricans out there, El Yunque.
Yes.
Or is it El Yunque?
El Yunque.
El Yunque.
Yes.
So we hiked El Yunque and it was really
And what is El Yunque?
breathtaking. It was it's a mountain.
Right.
It was a mountain. As a matter of fact, while we were heading up to the mountain, we met some Puerto Ricans, and he said it's almost like you're heading into the clouds. We couldn't quite comprehend what he was saying until we got up to the top. We were actually the clouds were
I don't
actually,
remember.
and when we went up there, it was
Yeah.
literally it was that high up that the clouds actually passed us by.
Bro, let me tell you guys something. I don't know if you've had the experience of being somewhere in a high elevation where you're literally up in the clouds. I think El Yunque, correct us if we're wrong, please, Puerto Rican friends and top flyers, but I believe it's 5,000 feet
We don't.
at the
we
summit.
I'm not quite sure, but I'll definitely get that information for you so you can see. But El Yunque is definitely a must see if you ever go to.
It was about
Puerto
2
Rico.
hours. That's about a 2 hour.
It was
hike.
about 2 hours. Not only did we hike it, but we stopped at the side. We drank water, fresh
Oh, man,
spring
it's-
water that came from the.
They had little falls that we stopped by and kind of had a little bath in, you know.
We had these
Yeah.
little reservoirs of river of the water coming from the
falls, yeah, coming out the
from
mountain.
We
Mhm.
stopped and we jumped in. Some of them he jumped in.
Right.
I walked through it, but he actually had to take a dip. Another thing that I really like, I like the caves.
Las
the
Cuevas.
Las Cuevas, you know,
Is that how you say it?
I don't know if they say it like that on the island,
Okay.
because I met a Puerto Rican and I was trying to tell her about that great cave that we went in, La Cueva de la Ventana. I even learned how to say it because it was so memorable.
Okay.
But she didn't know. She didn't know what I was talking about.
One of the things that we've found over the years and that we do wherever we go is we speak with the local, not just the tourist guide. We find a local person or, to talk to.
That allows us to venture out more and be a little bit more adventurous. We're all about adventure. Like I said, we're about meeting the locals. We want to learn about their culture, and we definitely want to try their food. So we asked the lady at the hotel, that girl.
Where can we get some local
where we could,
food?
and we've been
Where
to
do
Puerto
the
Rico.
locals hang out at? That's what we want to know.
And if you want to know if someone has really been to Puerto Rico, you need to ask them about, what's the name of that place, honey?
Piñones.
So she sent us to Piñones, and let me tell you, when we got there, oh man, it was definitely worth going and trying to find. We've never really been on a cruise. That was our first time because we're not cruising. We like to fly